Well, now at Celtic Park, a win tonight for Celtic, and that was what every Celtic fan wanted. Celtic beat Hearts by 1-0. This, of course, tonight, the SPL Championship Trophy is presented to Martin O'Neill's men. That is coming up. Well, Hearts had a go in spells. Big Stephen Pressley was the only man booked tonight. Celtic ran the show in the first half, but they couldn't get their noses in front before the break. It was more of the same in the second half. O'Neill's side really went into top gear. They bossed the second half, and they won it through Lubo, that man Moravcik. Well, now they're setting up the Championship Trophy presentation. You're about to see that live in just 1 second. Meantime, here's man of the match Paul Lambert with David Tanner.
Paul, congratulations, you're the Bank of Scotland man of the match. Did the game get in the way of the presentation ceremony?
No, we still have a job to do really, and manager will never let us such as resting our laurels really, but we've still got other games. As a pride for a football player, it's important you try and win every game, so it was nice to win it.
What did Martin O'Neill say to the players in the build-up? Because many people were saying that Celtic could relax for this game.
No, I think you're saying for yourself that for the first whistle I thought we were a better team, and a wee bit of luck would have won by more goals, but now you can relax a wee bit and enjoy it a bit more. As I think Big City said it the other day, when it's going for the title you stumble over the line, but we've done it with a few games to spare, and all credit to everybody. I think we've done brilliant.
Were you surprised tonight when Hearts started with just one man up front?
No, it's very hard for teams coming here, I think, and you've got to respect the way they play. It's their team and their system, and they make it hard for you, but all credit to the team. I thought we've done very well.
You got the Man of the Match award tonight, as we mentioned, but I saw you holding an ice pack to yourself there. Have you been struggling?
I've had it since, I think, Dundee United game last week, and I've done it in the warm-up. I've had it strapped up for a few games now, and it just towards the end I always get sore, so I have to see the doctor tomorrow.
Do you feel as though you can play 2 games in a week, and by that, I mean, are you going to pull out of the Scotland trip to Poland now?
No, I've got to see our doctor here. Right now it's sore with the strain it's on it, but I had it in warm-up at Dundee United, and I've got to get it strapped up every time. So, and you miss training a few days, so I've just got to wait and see. Would
you expect to be fit for the Old Firm game, and what have you got in mind for that if you are fit?
No, you never know how long that is. I've just got to rest it, because I've been, as I said, I played against Dundee United, which probably didn't help it, but because of the occasion, everything, your adrenaline takes you through it, but come towards the end it gets sore, so I have to wait and see.
But fit enough to lift the rather heavy Bank of Scotland SPL trophy and the Man of the Match champagne. Paul, well done tonight.
Thanks a lot. No, it's very nice. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks.
Well done, Paul Lambert. What a season he's had. What a season Celtic have had. And this is a moment for every Celtic fan, the presentation of the Championship Trophy. Let's rejoin Davy Provan and Ian Crocker.
Thank you, Jim. Gathered here today are some of the most proud and passionate supporters you'll find anywhere in the world. Their feelings are so intense because Celtic Football Club plays such a big part in their lives. Here comes the trophy. As far as these fans are concerned, Celtic is in their blood, it's in their mind, it's in their heart, and it's in their soul.
The Bank of Scotland, Rex Gould, the chairman of the SPL, and George Mitchell, who is the deputy general manager for the Bank of Scotland.
Celtic are close to lifting that wonderful piece of silverware, which testifies that they have been by far and away the best in Scotland this season. Often second best in recent times, but this year it's they who are simply the best. Move over Rangers, come in Celtic. For only the second time since 1988, the Scottish Premier League trophy is coming to Celtic Park. Even when the Celtic fans were suffering, they were singing, you know, walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Nobody here is walking alone, because Celtic are the champions. ago, Celtic drew 1-1 with Hibs, a result which handed the title to Rangers. Celtic were in disarray. The only thing they were good at was shooting themselves in the foot. But from a season to forget to a season to remember, it's been said before and it'll be said again, what a difference a year makes.
Yeah, they came from nowhere. No one gave them a chance at the start of the season, no one at all. And they have been absolutely magnificent. They've been the best team in the country by a long, long way. And much of it, if not all of it, for me, is down to Martin O'Neill and the job he's done here.
Henrik Larsson's contribution has been gigantic. 49 goals for the Super Swede. Didier Agathe played such a prominent part too. Chris Sutton unable to play a part today. Title winner north and south of the border now. Bobby Petter has been out injured for a while. How about this man? Listen to the reception for Stilian Petrov. The legacy of the John Barnes era. Petrov out for a long time with a broken leg. And Alan Stubbs, who won his battle with cancer.
Brilliant. What a sight that is,
What Stubbs and Weghorst have gone through this season does put football into perspective. It is only a game. Morten Weghorst suffered from a terrible brain virus.
Wonderful, Ian. And wonderful to see him back in training this week for the first time as well. We wish him well.
Here comes the main man though, Martin O'Neill, with John Robertson and Stevie Walford. Martin O'Neill has transformed this famous club. Even this moment might have been beyond his wildest dreams. I think Alan Thompson's nicked the trophy. We shall not be moved has been the rallying call from the Celtic fans all season. They were right as it turned out, but they'll be moved in a different way now. Moved by the emotion of all this, by seeing their team, their heroes, crowned champions.
I think as early as day one at Tannadice, we saw the spirit that Martin O'Neill was bringing to this club, and 15 times they've won by the odd goal, and games that were drawn and lost last season have been won this time, and much of it is down to the spirit, the grit and the determination of a squad really that Martin O'Neill has put together wonderfully well.
What a difference a year makes, and what a difference an O'Neill makes. The faithful followers of Celtic have had to suffer greatly lately. In recent years, they've had to watch Rangers dominate the Scottish scene, and it hurt. Boy, did it hurt. But it seems the balance of power is shifting, and let's hear from the man who lifted this year's Scottish Premier League Championship trophy. Tom Boyd is talking to David Tanner.
So the manager made sure of that. He made sure that we, raised our game, and I thought the players played tremendous on today. We created a lot of chances, gave nothing away, and the lads were absolutely tremendous.
Talk us through the achievement. What have you done this season that surprised even perhaps you?
Yeah, I think everybody would have thought we'd have been in this position at this time. It's too early to have won the championship. So just the lads have been absolutely tremendous this year. Felt they deserved, been absolutely magnificent, and you know, it's a tribute to them and everybody at the club that we've done it.
And next Sunday, you've got to lift yourself again for the Old Firm game. What kind of afternoon do you expect at Ibrox?
I don't think we'll have to lift ourselves too much, will we? Going to Ibrox, going to play Rangers, you know. Obviously their prize will be hard, they want to get one over on the champions, you know. So we've got to get in there and make sure and show that they're true champions.
Do you think you've got a point to prove to them at Ibrox as much as they have to you as champions after the 5-1 game?
No, not at all. We've won the championship, so it's done.
And you can enjoy it. Tom, thanks.
Tom Boyd got his hands on the trophy, the club captain. And Celtic, of course, are on the verge of only their third treble now, a treble if you like. Martin O'Neill's team of 2001 have a chance to follow in the footsteps of the Lisbon Lions, the European Cup winners. Did the domestic treble in 1967 and again in 1969. 32 years on, will it happen again? The Celtic fans will be in no hurry to go home, despite the atrocious weather in Glasgow this evening. They're going to stick around for a while. They're going to be singing in the rain. Henrik Larsson seems to be rather happy in Glasgow and ready to commit his future to Celtic. An astonishing 49-goal contribution from the Swede. Paul Lambert, such an influence on the team. Quick word too for a man who's not here today, sadly for family reasons, Neil Lennon.
Yeah, terrific signing in, and come in beside Paul Lambert to protect that back three, and did a magnificent job. Sadly missing out tonight, but he was here for the big day against St Mirren. That was the one that really counted. And they've all played their part, but the man with the trophy now deserves to take it home with them all summer. Such has been his job.
Here comes Martin O'Neill. Let's hear from Chris Sutton. He's down there with David.
Chris, can you believe this atmosphere?
Pardon? It's fantastic, you know. We've been waiting for this all season. It's a pity we never had the trophy after the last home game, but it's fantastic.
Talk us through what you think has won the title for Celtic this season. What have you managed to get right?
Well, we've won more games than anyone else, and we've got more points, so that's been the main thing.
Did you expect to win it in your first year? What did Martin O'Neill say to you to persuade you to come here?
No, not really. I think, you know, we've done fantastically well this year on the basis that Rangers finished 21 points ahead of us last season, and, you know, we've done really well to turn it around.
From your point of view, you missed out tonight. What's the problem with you tonight?
I've got a problem with my knee, but I'm hopeful I can get it sorted out this week and be fit for the Old Firm game next week.
Was that a knock you took, or was it ligament?
I've got a little bit of a knock in it, yeah.
Chris, I'll let you enjoy the party. Thanks for the time.
Well, this hasn't happened much to Celtic in recent times. Championship parties have been all too rare for this famous club, but I guess the hard times make the good times even better, and there's every hope for Celtic fans at the moment that days like this and titles like this might not be quite so infrequent now.
You've got to enjoy it and you have to savour it, Ian, because unlike the Scottish Cup, which when you win you can enjoy for 6-7 months before you have to defend it again, these guys will be back in pre-season training before they know it, and it'll be game on again, so they really have to make the most of this and enjoy it.
And Rangers will be back at them next season, make no mistake about that. An honourable mention too for Hibs this season. They gave it a go and were wonderful to watch, but it's time to forget the rest and take a look at the best. Today is all about Celtic. This season has been all about Celtic. Martin O'Neill took Wycombe Wanderers into the league and laid the foundations for their success. He established Leicester City as a top 10 team in England and took them to a couple of glory days as well. And in his first year at Celtic, he's on course for an amazing treble. The kids are here as well, of course. Nobody wants to miss out on occasions like this. And what they have here with these supporters is sheer passion, intense passion. I think Newcastle and Sunderland probably come pretty close, but across the UK there's no place quite like Celtic Park when it's like this. It may not be the biggest club ground in Britain anymore. Old Trafford now holds that accolade, but you won't find many prawn sarnies around the east end of Glasgow, that's for sure. Being a football player, football manager and a football fan is all about having dreams. And most of the time those dreams don't come true, so when they do, hey, you've got to make the most of it. And rest assured, Celtic will make the most of this. And if the deafening noise from Celtic Park today is drifting across the city of Glasgow, then you can be sure that Rangers will be ready to do their best and claim a second win against Celtic this season, but it will be scant consolation for them.
Yeah, Martin O'Neill, you can see enjoying it tonight along with Paul Lambert, Ian, but he'll be planning ahead already. I mean, I don't think he's the type who would stand still. He will have identified his signing targets for the summer months. And it's important that Celtic build on this. Too often from a position of strength they haven't capitalised. They have to move it forward again in the summer, give Martin O'Neill somehow, give him the resources to improve this squad yet again for the challenges that lie ahead, because he's proven already that if he's given the money, he can use it wisely.
Yes, he was talking not so long ago of the importance of the summer signings that he will make in taking Celtic onwards and upwards. Celtic are taking centre stage on their own grand stage. This magnificent 60,000 capacity stadium is jumping up and down just now. Last year around this time it was Rangers who were doing the singing and the dancing and the celebrating, and maybe even the most die-hard Celtic fans probably thought that wrestling the title away from Rangers would be extremely hard work, but the turnaround at this club has been dramatic. I think they've just seen themselves on the giant screen. Well, they're becoming rather used to having a party here, and they'll be hoping they've got one more big party to go, because at the end of May the curtain will come down on the season with the Scottish Cup final. Celtic against Hibs and the possibility of a treble. I don't suppose that young man's enjoying himself very much.
I think this is a moment, Ian, when you know, as a player you appreciate that you know, the knocks and the disappointments and the cold, wet winter days in the training ground have been worth it. This is a culmination of an awful lot of effort on everyone's part here. And yeah, it's nice to win a cup now and again, but the championship is what it's all about for players. And you can see what it means both to the Celtic players and to their supporters tonight.
It had to be something good to lure Martin O'Neill away from Leicester City. It was something good. Celtic are his club, and the chance to manage them proved irresistible. The likeable Irishman has a real passion for Celtic, but then he has a real passion for football in general, of course. his first season in charge. Could get even better. He won't be thinking too much about the Champions League and next season tonight, but he probably will be tomorrow. It won't be far from his mind. He'll be looking ahead. He will want more days like this, more silverware like that. The Scottish Premier League trophy belongs to Celtic Football Club. Only their second championship success since 1988. And Martin hasn't really put a foot wrong this season. Everything's come off for him, but then you get what you deserve, I guess. The big questions are asked about Celtic when they were thrashed 5-1 at Rangers in November, and then the following midweek they went to Hibs and got a 0-0 draw. We wonder whether that was the start of a blip. Not a chance. Unbeaten in 24 games since.
Yeah, that was the moment they could have wobbled in, but they had the character to get back on track. And it must have been a sore one at Ibrox that day. But they used that disappointment to build the campaign that we're seeing the culmination of now.
Celtic milking the moment, and when you've been through what they've been through in recent times, watching Rangers collect most of the silverware going, you cannot blame them. Tell you something, next season's title race could be interesting too, because Rangers will spend and will be determined to give Celtic more than a run for it next year, and I'm sure Hibs might have another say too. But Celtic won't be worrying about that just now. Tom Boyd there, has been here over 9 years now. He hasn't been able to enjoy many days like this, so he's going to enjoy this one. Well, we'll have more from Jim and Charlie in a moment. They call this place paradise, and it sure feels like it today. Celtic, champions.
Right, it's a big day today. You've all got new homes to go to. Now, I'm not the best at goodbyes, but you're going to give people all sorts of amazing things on their TVs.